Okay, sorry. Now you can hear me, I hope, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, no problem. So I was just talking, one to many relationship between login table and na role table, right? So why it is many to many? Let me show you. Actually, you know, there would be many user in the application, and everybody will have one or more role, right? So this is your roles underscore TBL. Yeah, and this is your role ID, and this is your role name, and this is description about it, right? Confused? No, description. We need to know why it is one many to many, right? One, two, three. And first one is admin. Second one is customer. Third user role is employee. I hope I'm making myself clear.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Why it is called many to many? Reason is it is bi-directional, both the direction. One to many. That's why it's many to many. Let me show you. Here, one user can have multiple role. Say yes, role name, username is like Jack, right? And Jack ID is one. So Jack has multiple role, right? Like Jack is admin as well as he is employee also. Got it? So you see, right? One user is associated with multiple role. Am I right? But you think about opposite, right? One role will be also associated with multiple user or not, Meena? One
One
user
rules,
is associated with
many rules, and then opposite.
many role, and you can think about opposite also. What? One role will be also associated with more than one user, right? Yeah. So see, in one to many, it is one side one to many. But from other side that is many to one, right? You know it. Am I right or not? So in one to one, in one to many, you are creating only one table, right? You are using two table only, right? But in many to many mapping, there would be third table for sure. Meena, you don't have any choice, right? You have to always make which table? Always.
Conjunction.
You have to always make a third table. Why? Because without third table, you cannot establish relationship between both. So third table is talking about mapping between user and role, right? In many to many, there would be a third table for sure. Table name, you can give like users, roles. Please let me know if you got confused, right? How you can establish this relationship? For example, Jack, right? Which ID is 3. 3 you can map with 1 and 3, right? Yeah, 2. Are you with me? Hmm.
Yes.
3, this user has a multiple role. Similarly, you can do like 4 and 4. 4 is mapped with 2 and 3. Meena, you got my point or you got confused?
No, sir, I got it.
Third table, right? We are establishing relationship between 1 and 2. So third is Jack. Jack is mapped with 1 and 2. 1 means admin, 2 means customer. Similarly, you see 2 is mapped with 3 and 4, right? Admin role associated with 3, Jack. Admin role is also associated with 4, that is Joker. So this is the best example of many to many relationship. If you understand, say understand. Otherwise, I don't understand.
No, understand, sir.
Clear.
Okay, now let's design it. In order to design it, you have to go to the entity class. You have to make the entity first. Let's do that. So now it is up to you. You want to make a unidirectional or bidirectional. I want to make a unidirectional, okay? But you can make bidirectional. It is up to you, right? I'm going to use roles entity. And in this I'm just going to write private integer role ID and private string name of the role, private string description. You know all those things, okay? Not a big deal. Description. Then you can generate getter and setter. You can generate two string method if you want, but not required. Entity means this class is supposed to saved. This object can be saved into database, and table as per the diagram. Table name is I think user roles tibia. And this you can make a primary key. You can use at id generated value, and here you can use strategy equals to sequence. Yeah, identity, right? Use identity. Cool. Now we have to establish a many-to-many relationship. I do not remember honestly. I'm telling you, right? I need your help. Please help me so that I can do it. Many-to-many relationship. Yeah, mapping happened. You just search it, you'll get the. So there are many examples. So you can take any one of them. Not a big deal. Let's take this one. People heard me. Cart item, right? That's fine. So I need to just I need a notation that is many to many. You see here, you see in this in this example, he is showing mapping with the XML file. So you can do with XML file as well as with the notation, right? So we are dealing with. Please help me. We are dealing with
Notations.
annotation, right? Yeah. So you can use this like many to many, simple cascade all. So you can make it very simple. Okay. Let me see if I get some other example. Otherwise, we'll go with this a bit more simpler. Student course, of course, many to many. That's okay. It is up to you, right? I would say many to many is super duper simple. Hmm? E, I I want to basically fetch a role with the help of login. Please let me know if you're not able to understand. Oh, login we don't have. Ping. We don't have login, right? So we have to make login first. Hmm? Kindly help me. Login entity is not there, right? We haven't done so far. Please help me. Entity and table. People, I hope you're following me what I'm saying. We don't have login, right? User logins table.
Yes.
Logins table. And what attribute you need? ID, username, password. Private integer ID. Private username. Private string password. A login we haven't implemented so far, no problem. You generate getter and say, please let me know if you're not able to follow me, okay? And here, what way mapping we have to do? Login with what? Private. You can use set, right? Because role is not going to be repeat. So set of you can make it. Please let me know if you're not following me, right? Role entities, Mister. Yeah, roles. I hope I'm making myself clear. Yep.
Yes, sir.
People are not replying. Yeah. Simple, simple. And I'm telling you, many to many is super duper simple, right? It is simplest among all. Okay, the first thing is you have to just make it primary key for this. Yeah. Login, generated value, you can use strategy, quest to auto, the identity, whatever you want to use. Both are same. Cool. And this getter, what I had to write, can you see this? My speed? Copy paste, right? We can change it, right? How? Mina, this is unidirectional mapping, right? Many to many. If you want to make bidirectional, you can map it, not a big deal. So I'm just making, unidirectional. Many to many, cascade, all means if you do some update, it should, reflect to, or if you create a login entity, right? You can associate role with it, right? Not a big deal. Kindly help
Sir,
me.
so if you delete something, then will it also delete like from another both the tables?
That's correct. That will stop it. Okay. Are you following me? Because when you delete login, role should not be deleted. Make sense or not?
Yes.
Hello. So we have to take care of that thing. It's fine. Just let me think about it a little bit. Basically, you have to create login and role you can associate, right? So add is fine. Are you following me? I'm not going to use cascade all. I'll let you know. So, hey, what third table name you want to give? Nobody is helping me. Huh? What third table you want to give name? Any guess? You're not replying. Already we talked about in diagram. Users, roles, TBL. So here you can give the third table name. What? Users, roles, TBL. Hmm? And here it is important, right? You have to just take the uh, primary key, right? Primary key from both the side, right? So primary key of this side is ID. Are you following me? Meena.
Yes, sir.
And inverse join column, you have to take the, primary key of the other side also. In other side, what primary key you have? Help. Other side, we have primary key RID, right? You can, if you confuse, let me know. Simple, simple. You have to take primary key of the current side because in this two column will be there, right? No. One column will be the primary key from this side and the other would be primary key of this side. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
You have to say yes, right? So this is super simple. Join table, table name and primary key column from both the entity. That's it. My job is done. If anybody have any question, query, please ask. This is from current table ID and this is from the other side. There was a script as well. Give me a second. This all this thing you can create it manually also. Fine. Okay. Here it is not created. If you want, you can give some name like LID, right? Makes sense. More makes sense, right? Not a big deal. LID. Just give me a second. Get LID. Set LID. Confused? No at all. Here you can use LID, login ID. Hey, if you allow to me, can I start with? Done. Right. So what we need to do if you want to deal with this? You have to create two repository classes. Say yes. The way you have for other. You see my speed up copy paste. I have to make login repository, right? Simple. And this login repository, open it. What I have to replace over here? Login entity. Similarly, you can make another repository. What? Roles repository. Here you have to write. Hey, it may be a little bit fast, but repetition. Done. This will fetch data for role and this will fetch data for. So here what I want to do is I want, please help me. I want to create a certain role by default. Can you do that? Yeah. So there is a way of doing it. You have to help me, then I can help you. What you can do, there is a way, right? When your application runs, there is a some interface, I don't remember, command line or command, I don't remember. I have to Google it, command line runner. This is used for what purpose, Meena? This is used to help me. This is used to embed some data, right? If you like create some data, right? Dummy data. So here I'm trying to auto add. Please help me. What? Roles repository. Hmm? This is not mandatory. Roles repository. Why is not coming? Okay, let me check it. Why it's not coming? I want to auto add it. Cool. Role repository private. Repository. Hey, anybody have any confusion? Why I'm doing it? Because I want to create some dummy data, right? Yep. What dummy data? Role entity. Entity one. Entity one dot. First role is admin. Description is admin. Hey, you guys got confused or you are following me? Kindly reply, other people. Employee. And here I want to make customer. Done. Hmm? After that, you can call this and you know it, right? This is super duper simple. If you don't know it this much, it means you are not doing anything. Simple.
So line 41,
Entity one.
42, you gotta make it 3. Entity 3.
Exactly. We have to. That's correct. We have to make 3, 3, 3, right? So what happened? Here you have to ensure, right? This code should only runs once, right? This code should execute only once. How you can ensure? Uh, you can ensure. You can say find by ID, right? Find by ID one, and you can just optional is there. I don't know. Optional or not? Optional means it it can return some value. It cannot. So here you can use optional. You need to know Java 8. That's what I'm telling you.
So
Optional.
basically, it's a Boolean value.
Yeah. It will give you the Boolean value soon. Optional. What you need to. Oh, optional Java.util. So what you need to check? If record is not there, right? You would say is not present, right? Are you following me? If record is not there, then you can execute it. Make sense? Gandhi.
Yes, sir.
If record is not optional, you are just checking it. Hey, we have role with ID one. He's saying, yeah, it is there. So you say, don't do that. If it is not present, then do it. So let's try this much. It is working or not? Nice.
But what if later we delete a role with ID 1 and then it don't have 1? Then what is that?
Yeah. In that case, I will talk on that. Okay.
Okay.
Cannot add foreign key. Why? There is some issue. I don't know what issue is. Alter user role table, trying to add the foreign key, but it's not able to do that. Cannot add foreign key. I forget auto add, that's fine. But why is not able to add foreign key? Let's see. Let's see the table. Error is coming, but I'm just checking it again. Table is created. Can you see this? We have user login table. Users role, sorry.
I think you created a table with student underscore course.
I did some mistake. Let me check it. And let's check the entity, right? Role entity, users role. Actually, my intention is let's keep it role, right? And login entity, user login. That's cool. Third table. Do you understand what the mistake? A third table and this my role table. By mistake, I had given the same name. What do you say? Yep. Gandhi,
Yes,
do you
sir.
understand what was the mistake?
Yeah.
From where student course came? Just a second. I'm deleting it. It's not get deleted. Student course? I don't know from where it came. Second. Okay. I've deleted everything. Everything is cool. Let's try.
I think change the name on this too. User login.
Where mistake I did?
No, on login entity.
Login entity.
You still have it as role table.
Where we have
Oh,
role table.
no, never mind, never mind. You would join Kadra.
This
Okay.
is the third table. Yeah.
Yeah, you're joining it. Okay.
So one mistake I did. This alt repository and earlier I forget it, but it's okay now. Okay. What was the problem? Problem was by mistake I had given same name to the two tables, right? Third table as well as role table. That was the issue, right? So where data should be populated? Only in one table. That is roles table. Are you following me? Can you see this? Gandhi. Second time,
So,
if I run it, it won't be get populated. Agree? Yeah. What is my intention? My intention is when I'm creating a username password, right? I should associate some role to it. Make sense?
okay.
Make sense to it? Yeah. So people, second time it won't be add. Please remember, my job is done. Now I have to prepare the help me. I have to prepare the front end GUI, right? I don't know. What's my plan? My plan is when I'm going to do sign in, Mr. Gandhi, try to understand. When I'm trying to do sign in, if username password is not there, it will create the username password, right? And it will associate default role to it. So do you understand? I'm going to make my job simple. Gandhi, do you understand how? Simple. So what is my logic? Nobody is helping me. I will just check the user, right? Validate user. Nobody replying.
Okay.
There is no question of first time. If username password is not there, so what I will do? I will create the user in database, right? Create user into database. You understand? That's it. So if you want to create a user here, ideally we should use which layer? Service layer, right? Can I make service layer or not? Tell me. People are not replying sometime. Yes, we have to make service layer, right? So you know how to make service layer? Yeah, right. And before that, I have to create people reply. I have to create entity classes, right? Role entity for every entity DTO classes. Confused? No. I'm going to create a DTO class. You see my style of creating it? Copy paste. You know copy paste? Yep. Copy paste, and this role I'm going to rename as a DTO. Please see my speed of doing it. Role DTO, I'm able to do it. I don't need this annotation. This annotation is for database only. Okay. Tick, 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 delete it. My job is done. Gandhi, you got this shortcut?
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, we can create a DTO for login entity. You see again speed. So it's not speed. It's all about copy and paste. Login DTO, next, finish. And in this login DTO, we have to replace this with DTO, right? DTO contains DTO, a reference DTO. And you can delete this annotation because this is for entity. You see speed, tick. My job is done. Say you got my point? Yes, I got you. It's clear? Yep. After that, we have to create a service layer. Let's do that. And tomorrow I'll ask questions, okay? Remember it. Login service. Okay. So, and you see my speed implements I login service. Login service. Interface, and here you can use earth service annotation. And this interface you can create it, right? Click, 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 and do it. Thank you. I'm able to do it. And what method in this? What we can auto add, Mr. Gandhi? I can auto add, your role repository as well as login repository. Login will deal with login and don't forget to use. Don't forget auto add. In daily, there people asking question: what is auto add? What is the inversion of control? And each and every interview they're asking these questions. Cool. Gandhi, what I need to do? Why? Save. What man? Login. So when you are saving login, what data you are taking from the user? Reply for this.
Username and password.
Username, password. Role you can generate on the fly, right? But tell me how many role you have in database? Any guess?
3.
3 role. Okay. So what you can do? You can generate the random role. Okay. How? In Java there is a method. There is a class, right? Random. You can make the object of it. Okay, Mister. And using this you can generate the random number. How? Random dot next int. So this will generate a number. A, if you pass 4, it will generate any number between I think 0 to 4, 0 to 3, right? First one is inclusive, but it can, but 0 can also come. Gandhi, you got a point?
But we don't want 0, right?
We don't want 0. That's correct. But here you can write if role 1 goes to 0, right? So you can make it 1, right? But we have to do smartly, something like that. So, but there could be issue. Both role can be same as well, right? Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about it. If both role, suppose it generate both the role same, right? In that situation, there should be only one role, okay? But I am given the assignment. What do you need to do?
Why don't you do 1,4?
You can. I think that's not that's method is not there, sir. You cannot do comma.
No?
Clear? Comma is there. I think it is there. I think good. Comma is there. He's right. I can see 2 parameterized. No, I'm correct. This
Try once and then see if it lets you or not.
no. You can write. Gandhi, what you need to here you have to put the logic, right? If both the role are same, you have to do something so that always you should have 2 role. Okay, you can do it. So my dear, I need to load. I need to have. I need to load both the entity by the ID. Role, role 1. Mr. Gandhi, are you following me? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dot get in dot get. So it is going to load by the primary key, which is 0, which is 1, 2, 3, and actually this much is returning optional, then you can call get method to get actual entity from database, right? That is role entity. I know it's a little bit fast, but it's okay. I don't have any choice. Role one. No, not role one. You can write entity one. Gandhi, I hope it's clear to you, right? I got two entity object, right? Now I have to, nobody is helping me, I know. You can make an object of another entity, login entity. Okay. In this login entity, you can persist your both, you can set your both username and password. Set username, which is coming, then set password. Say you are following me. Set password. Gandhi, you understand this much? Yeah. After doing this much, this both the entity, right? You have to associate two role with this login entity. So you have to make a set of it because login entity takes sets. All right, it takes role entity as a set, right? Let's do that. I don't know. Do you know set? It is one
Yes,
of the
sir.
very popular data structures. And I don't know, you would be able to answer what is the beauty of set. Who can tell me how you can make the decision whether you should go for set or whether you should go for list? Any guess?
It's an
Not
order.
double duplicate entries.
Oh no, double. Yeah, makes sense.
Apart from any other benefit of set over list? First, this is correct, right? Set does not allow duplicate element. That's correct. Anything
Order.
else?
It maintains order.
Order that is maintained by the list.
Oh, okay. Mm. It
If you're
has
using
to.
Java 8, yeah, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
think it has like the key and value in it.
That is map.
Okay.
In order to answer these questions very well, you watch my recordings. I'm telling you, after that you would answer anything. Okay. Yeah, I know this, I know that. Okay.
We remember, sir.
Yeah.
It's good.
You see my style. I'm creating a role. My job is done. What I'm doing? I'm just taking two role ID. I know primary key is 1, 2, 3. So I generated two random role. After that, what I'm doing? After generating two random row, I'm creating set of it, right? Then login entity, setting username, password, and role. Now, last, you call this beautiful method. What method? This beautiful method save. Okay. And in this, you can put the entity. And after see the magic. And people, for today only, right? Just put this annotation, please. I'll explain you what this annotation is, right? Transactional annotation coming from a Spring package. I'll tell you, right? Even though you don't write it, doesn't matter, but it's good to have. Okay. So people, can I run it? Can I run it? Your answer is
Yes.
don't run it. First of all, call this method, sir. You would say you have to call this method in the inside the controller, right here. Yandip, as we discussed, we have to call it. I'm going to auto what man? You see? Zo. Done. Confused? No at all. No confusion. You know it. You can call the interface and here you can call the method, right? Login service method dot save. And what you can pass? Two parameter, username, comma, password. So as per this logic, what happens, sir? If user is not there, it will create it with the two roles. Okay. Try and cry. Let's do that. Why is crying? Why it is not applicable? How dare you? Save method. Because I know the reason. I forget to add this method in my super class. Gandhi, that's why this method is not visible in this interface. You know how to move the method? Yeah, super duper cool, right? Already we have done in previous session. My job is done. Everything is done. You have to go to the home controller and log in service. You can call this your method. Gandhi, you got the logic? If username
Yes,
password is
sir.
not there, right, it will go and create a username password with 2 roles. Which roles? Only God knows, right? It's depend on luck. So my name is Nagin. My password is test. Let's see my luck. You click on it, right? Your username password is not correct, right? But after that, hello, it is created, right? And password is test. First time it is not there. Meena. First time it was not there, right? But second time it is created. You want to see this entry in database? Why not? So first thing you can look into user login table, new brand entry, username Nagin and password is test. Can you see this? Wow. Username is Nagin, password. What's my role is? Here you want to see my luck? You can see in this table. See, 1 was generated for me, right? Guy, you're not replying. Why I have only one role? Because in this method, for me, right? 1 was generated. That's reason. Okay. You got it or you got confused? No, you got it.
It's a bit confusing. Can you add another
Confusing.
username and then see what if
Let me
it
try.
gives?
Let me try. Let me try. No need to confuse. Amog password is root. We'll sign in. After that, you can check the rule again, right? Is generating one? No, no, no. That's not. Let me check it again.
Add another one
Oh,
again.
no, no, no. Let's debug it. Okay, I have solution. Oh, cool. I'm going to run it. And in role table, we can also ensure we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's great. Now I'm going to, we have learned a lot, I'm telling you, in short span of time. I was thinking to teach you a small thing, but I think we did a lot today. Cool. My username. And you need to learn debugging, okay? If you don't know, learn from Moman. Password is test. Sign in. I want to show you what role is generated. Oh, 0. Why 0? Bad luck. That's why 1. Here 1. 1, right? Here 1 is here and 1 is here. It's okay. So it will give you only one role. Let me try this RAP3 too. I don't know. Role 3, right? That's correct. It is 0. Oh, Mr. What's your name? Gyandeep. Now you see 3 and 2 we have, right? So for username, rap2, how many roles should be there? 2 role, right? 3 and 2. Let's try. Let's try. Rap2. We have to check into it, right? Refresh it. Can you see this? 4, 4. It has 2 role. You got my point? So it was working perfectly fine. So Gandhi, what you have to fix? You guys have to write some logic so that every user should get 2 role for sure, right? My logic is correct or not? Incorrect. It's incorrect. This is not able to generate 2 unique number, right? You have to do it. It should generate 2 unique number between 1 and 3. Got it? My job is done. So what I have done, even though it was fast, but I am able to explain you
What is
one, two,
stopping you
many,
from
many
creating
times.
two unique from entering two unique numbers?
Pardon?
What is stopping you from entering two unique numbers for the role?
Here, sometime what happened for both the role, this logic is giving role 1 and role 2 same value. I don't want that.
Okay.
You got my point? My logic is not correct. You have to make it correct. That is assignment for you. Okay. You got my point? You have to ensure when any username password you are entering, they must have 2 unique role, not 1. Two different role must have. So I have done with this. I'm telling you, this is one of the very, very important project which we are doing because Spring Security and all that I will teach you in this project itself. Clear? So please If you really want to be the part of this session, please spend some time and just make your hand dirty. And tomorrow I'll ask questions and I'll ensure who is learning and who is not learning. That's most important. So guys, I am done with many to many mapping also. The next session we'll go with new topic. Thank you so much.